All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to the TYL webinar for today's event. So during the webinar, I would like to mention some of the requirements. Please pay attention. The first one, I do hope everyone here is on the health condition, and also please try to turn on your camera during the webinar session. That's the first thing. And then the second one, I would like you to also follow the Instagram of IRO, the International Relation Office, and then IRO_Adi Buana. And I will later on put in the meeting chat. And also you may follow the Facebook of International Relation Office. So let's say if you don't have the Instagram, you may also the IRO ID Buana on Facebook. That's one of the requirements if you would like to get the e-certificate for today's event. The second one, I would like you to also to screenshot your participation that you do join us, the webinar TUYL until the end of the program. Okay. And some of the there will be 3 questions on the link later on about the webinar, so you may also fill in the questions related to this webinar. So before any further ado, I would like to introduce you to wonderful guest speaker today. Let me see first the CV of her excellent improvement and everything for the TEYL. So her name is Madam Razanawati binti Nordin. So how could I call you? Madam
Zana. Call me Zana.
Zana. So everyone here, you may call her with Madam Zana.
Or Teacher Zana.
Or Teacher Zana. So yeah, it depends on you. Which one do you prefer to call her? And right now, she's currently teaching at Universiti Teknologi, Kedah, Malaysia. And as we can see, her areas of expertise, especially in education, learning strategy and methodology, perceptual learning style, creative teaching, language games or game-based learning, ESL reluctant learners, and also for the areas of expertise in humanities, linguistic and applied linguistic. Wow. And then for the awards and her recognition, she got a lot of medals, gold medals award. And also as the People Choice Award Superhero Box Learning at Homes. Then as I can see here, her professional affiliation, she joined also the Malta member, lifetime member, Malaysian English Language Teaching Association. And she did also some of the publication. One of the publication that amazed me is Amazing Race, Enhancing Soft Skills and Language Learning via Collaborative Learning among Pre-Diploma Students at Kedah. And also I'm interested in other 2 publications, Alpha Booster, an interactive game to promote listening skills and enrich vocabulary. And the last one is the Poker Card Games, a chatting booster for ESL students to assist group discussion. So that's a bit description about Madam Zana, because there are a lot of experience. So later on, I would like you as the students to ask related to the TEYL, if you have like concern something, or maybe you have the experiences in teaching right now the young learners. So you may also share the experiences. So don't hesitate to ask or to share your experience. So I will give you the time, Madam Razanawati, to start, and later on at the end we can have like discussion. Along with us also later on, there will be 2 lecturers that dealing with also the TEYL. I think they are still on the way. The first one will be Ibu Wahyu Banjaryani. She is one of the senior lecturer. And the second one from C class lecturer, there will be Ibu Nukmatus Syahriah. And I will inform you if they are coming on the Zoom. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ibu Hertiki. So basically, just the 2 of us, all the elderly, sir.
The 2 of us and the handsome and the beautiful, my students.
Yeah, right. Good morning. Selamat pagi. Ciao-an. Günaydın in Turkish. Assalamualaikum in India. Okay. So How are you to all the dedicated students? How are you feeling today? Have you eaten? Sudah makan?
Belum, ma'am.
Not yet, ma'am.
Yes.
Belum lagi. Faham, faham. Ibu Zana pun takut. Makan sikit saja. I ate a little today because so nervous to meet all the beautiful future teachers in front of me. So this is going to be a very simple and laid back sharing session. All right. I am going to welcome any question. Please stop me in the middle. All right. Kata teacher ataupun ibu-ibu, just stop me because I have the tendency to speak very fast. Laju macam jet. Jet Tom Cruise. So all right, so I am going to share you my slides. All right, give me some time. Let me see. Okay, there you are. It's clear? So our topic here today is on tips and tricks on teaching English to young learners. I was told by my friends back then, 20 years ago, that I have the one character that can, the character that they told me is you're good with kids, you are good with children. So I was wondering what was it, but being me, I decided to try something different. So the something different is to move to somewhere else, to a new place, from my old school to university, which is the biggest challenge. And I decided to, instead of teaching bigger kids, I am so used to teach teenagers like you, okay, young adults. And I started a few projects on teaching children. All right. So this is the preview of my presentation today. I'm going to talk about my previous project, how I started my crazy projects, and then I'm going to share you some tips and tricks. Okay, some tips and tricks works with us. Okay, so hopefully you are able to jot down and use it for your future teaching. Okay, your future job later on. And then towards the end we have reflection. Yes. All right, with 3 questions, if I'm not mistaken, from Ibu Tiki. All right, so it was in 2013. Okay, I started English Mania for Kids. Okay, the first one. Okay, English. It was a very small group, like 10+ students. And when I see the reaction was they love it, then I decided to go bigger. So go bigger, I went to a kampong, not kampong, to housing areas and started the project for 4 weeks, which is 1 month. Then I decided, oh my God, it's too much. Okay, so I decided to rest, and then I miss going, doing projects with children because they are so fun. I decided to start up with an English camp, sparkle up your English camp 1. Sparkle, the next following year is sparkle up your English camp 2. Basically students from 6 years old to 12 years old. All right, so then later on we have sparkle race for students. We have special needs student age 16 years old. All right, so they are teenagers. So my question is, okay, how old are your future students? Just wondering, how old are your future students?
Maybe for those who are teaching already, maybe you can share your experiences. In what age did you teach right now? I mean, like, is it for the elementary school or even for the kindergarten or the playgroup?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. So hopefully we can, meet somewhere in the middle. So mine is around like 6 years old. The youngest was 6 years old in this project. This is at the English Camp 1. So your students, have you had any experience? If you don't have any experience, it's okay.
I would like
Yes,
to
I have
say,
this.
yeah, Syafaat, go on.
Syafaat,
Syafaat.
Yeah, now I teach one of the student, especially on the 1 grade, and it's very difficult to teach about their emotions, to recognize their emotions and their activity.
Grade 1. I'm sorry. Grade 1. How old are they? Umur
Uh,
berapa ya?
7 years old.
7 years old. Yes, it's not easy to tackle these students. Am I right? Especially
Yes.
I come in a community, Malay, where they have that shyness. Okay, malu. Okay? They have that fear. I can relate that. Okay, so I will share you some tips. Hopefully it works. Okay, insyaAllah boleh membantu. Okay, it will help you. All right, here is where we come up with the first English camp. I just want to show you some pictures how we crack their shyness. The first thing is get rid of the chairs, put it on the floor. Okay, you notice? Put it in the floor and have a small group. Okay, so we have, and then it's a mixture. We have like 6 years old, we have 8 years old, we have 12 years old. All right, so a mixture. So sometimes we see this little boy here like, nah, I don't want to do anything. So no problem, but each group has activities. All right. Okay, this is for the first one. Okay, the first slot for the English camp. Okay, the first slot. So usually the first slot has to be, you have to really, really extra powerful. The first one we call it treasure hunt. So we use pictures. Can you see the moment they say balloons? Okay, now they are no longer shy. They start jumping on the chair and tables. All right, so after slot 1, okay, where you manage to break the ice. So pictures, okay, for this particular activity we have pictures, big pictures, mahjong papers, okay, and pictures must be related to them. All right, so hug, okay, hug is very popular. All right, cartoons are very popular, right? Street market, pasar malam, I hope it's popular in Surabaya, where they buy chicken, fried chicken, kuih, that is popular. Okay, something that we can relate. All right, that's okay. Then later on we bring in arts and craft. Okay, and notice there are plenty of colors here, this part. And you cannot make them stay in the hall for quite some time. Then you start bringing them outside. Let's have picnic. Okay, so we have activity outside. Okay, so you have to make sure it's not too hot. Okay, kalau panas, okay, students will dehydrate. Ibu bapa datang dengan parang. Have to take care of water, extra water there. All right, then we have props. Okay, so this is during the picnic. Okay, now I think we have that school bus is actually made of box. It's a box. It's a fridge box, or is it the air conditioner box? It was a huge box. We sprayed, okay, and turn it into a photo booth. Okay, and there are plenty of props. Okay, as you can see, props. Okay, props. Okay, yeah, the kids love to take photos. And over here, we have Sir Azlan, Teacher Azlan, start singing. Then we go back to the hall. Okay, start singing again. Again, the theme is something related to the student. Okay, related to our local community, which is relevant. Okay, and this is later on we decided to go bigger, so number of participants grow bigger in number. So we came up with English Camp 2. So we had more helpers, okay, student teaching assistant to help us out. So the activity that we include is public speaking. All right, public speaking. So, and then they come in with some, all right, here, activity book. Okay, became our activity. This is actually, it's just plain A4 paper. All right. So, but they must document what they have experienced so that they can show to their parents. Ibu, bapa, lihat. So it's an A4 paper, very simple, and with all the empty spaces there. All right. Okay. So this is the bag that we provide and the activity. So every activity is stated in the booklet, so they can do that. And then again, for the second one, we move to picnic. Okay, after picnic, we have food coming in. So by that time, everything everybody just they lay back. Okay, they are happy. They are not shy. Okay, they start mingling around. Okay, food is a secret, I guess. Food, nothing spicy, jangan pedas. So we have fruits, fruit juice, sandwiches, okay, to gear up. All right. Okay. And yeah, this is the public speaking. All right. Okay, I think this little girl, she's 7 years old. Okay, I think she's very little. And you notice the 4 girls there? We had the special called fashion show. All right, fashion show just by using newspaper and stickers. Okay, and you give a theme for them. Okay, you have a theme, and then each team will tema. So is it the princess or prince or superheroes? They come up with the theme, and then when they walk on the stage, okay, to pose, okay, they decided to choose the English word to describe their fashion, their clothes. That is part of learning English, right? Everybody loves to be beautiful. Am I right, Ibu Tike?
Yeah, it's wonderful to have the newspaper as the fashion show.
Yes, for sure. But you have to be very patient. It'll be very messy. Very messy. Okay, messy means they are learning. Okay, that is the most important thing. They are learning. All right.
Before you start, I would like to greet Ibu Wahyu Banjaryani and Ibu Ria. Good morning.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ibu Ria. So now she's on the way to pick up her child report card. So that's why she's just like listening on the way to the China schools. So hopefully you are safe, yeah?
Hi, Ibu
Yeah.
Wahyu. Good luck, yeah? Good luck.
Ibu Wahyu, good morning. You're
Thank
still muted.
Okay.
Bagus.
Yeah.
All right.
Good morning. Good morning. It's really such an inspiring and very interesting lecture. Hopefully, our students will get motivated, yeah, with the various programs and activities that you have already conducted.
Inshallah,
good luck,
inshallah.
Ibu. Good
All
luck,
right.
Ibu.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I will show you the video. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to watch the video? Now you get to see the movement of the camp. All right.
Yes.
All right. So okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. Let's see. Okay, it's the video. It's slightly long. Okay. All right. Let me see, where is my video? I have to press play, is it, Ibu?
You have to open the video first.
Okay, I
share screen.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I already opened the video, but I couldn't find it on the screen.
Because you haven't shared it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Share.
Start sharing. Yeah.
This is something else, right?
And then you click the sparkle up cam on the top.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you see anything here?
Yes.
Okay. Is this the one?
Yes.
Morning. Oh, you guys are very smart. Okay. Oh, short road, huh? Okay. Next. Okay. So basically it's like this. Oh, sorry. Do you have this? Okay. Let me look. Show it to teachers. Okay. Now a fairy tale. Wait, hold on. It's always a story. Alright? A story, cerita. And always involve. Yay! Gummy bear. Oh, gummy bear. Oh, yummy, 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 tiny, funny gummy bear. Come on! Woo! Gummy bear trainers. Yummy, 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 tiny gummy bear. Woohoo! Gummy, gummy, gummy. Number 5. I group member sit down. No. Jangan intai. You cannot look at the word train. Tak boleh bawa. Kena hafal. Oh, kena hafal. E. Letter E.
Okay. 1A is a place where aeroplane land and dia nak je rasa.
One day, princess out and go to forest, sunflower and suddenly a branch fall into her head.
Going out. The princess has to going out.
To her surprise, she found a handsome young lad. The iron monster liked to turn humans into animals. One day, he turned a prince. Named
The witch. Where is the witch? Come on, step forward. Do your face. The witch also want to catch the princess using her power and magic. Okay, catch me. Oh no! Okay. All right. So 2 evil characters. The princess tell the dinosaur, Dr. Strange. His mission is to save the princess. Where is Dr. Strange? Dr. Strange. Okay, Dr. Strange is to save the princess. Where is the princess? Princess.
The old lady was pardoned back bottle. Live in broken
Excellent. Do we have?
Sparkles kids. Jangan tengok. Jangan hitam. Okay, time's up. Okay dah.
What are you talking about? She was smiling. Okay, so the verdict? Who's got the best pickup line? Oh, that's right. Because you used her name in the pickup line.
Well, that's the 10-minute video, and you see towards the end of the event, okay, they were like smiling, right? We managed to crack their shyness and fear. And I still remember we ended the what do you call, the camp, and we asked them to leave the hall. They didn't want to move from the hall. Tidak mau pulang. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna share, okay, our tips, and there you go. All right. So what is the most important thing here, ladies and gentlemen, is to know your clients, okay? You must understand, okay, your clients are children, okay, their gender, girl, boy. So how many girls, how many boys will come to your class, okay? Not just the camp, the classroom, your program, your event. Know their age, okay? There are certain age, they are very, very shy, okay? Certain age, okay, towards the end, you know, they are okay. At certain age, they are not okay. And understand their interest, okay? Study their interest. That was that is the key of you know, preparing materials for students, for the children. So in Malaysia, okay, I noticed children, they love cartoons. Okay, number one, cartoons. They love superhero. Okay, superhero characters. All right. So like local, okay, local or international. So are you familiar with this? This is very famous in Malaysia. Okay, so I borrowed my son's toy here. So this is Bobo Boy, right? Are you familiar with Bobo Boy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I was trying to look for Upin Ipin. Okay. This one. Okay. So basically, my son's toys will be the tools. All right. So interest. Evaluate their interest, okay, and bring the characters into your lesson. Okay, that's my trick here. And then understand their ability and disability. Some students, they have asthma, so don't force them to run 100 meters. All right, some have problems with the legs or hands. Okay, so understand your disabilities. So for example, when I did that program with mute students, so I decided to speak slower, and we have a mixed group with those who with sign language. All right. So kekurangan, okay, understand that. That is also okay. I mean, welcome them to class, okay. Don't deny, don't put them at the corner of the class. Welcome them in. And then understand the family, all right? Family background is important as well. So if your school is in the urban, then you're gonna face, you know, some you know, set of confidence. Okay, if it's in rural, di kampung-kampung, then you know, then you have to understand the context of you know, kids from rural area. So where are you going to teach? Okay, once you graduate later, then you really have to do a lot of studies. Okay, the shops around the kampung, okay, the what do you call, activities in the kampung, all right, and bring it into your class. All right, so far so good. Can you follow my instructions and my tip here? Tip number 1, know your clients. Boleh ya?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Number 2, okay, Number 2 is know your resources. Okay, I have to tell you honestly, when it comes to coming up, activities, okay, teaching English, okay, teaching students, okay, we don't have that big budget. Gaji-gaji guru-guru bukannya banyak. I have to be honest, okay. So basically, you make do what you have, okay. Apa yang ada di sekeliling, and always have your main power. Do you have friends to help you out? Elder kids to help you out, or you have your peers or your group members, okay, or your friends to help you out, okay. Manpower kena tahu. Your budget, okay. Trust me, ribu rupiah, ringgit Malaysia doesn't come in our vocabulary. It's always a tiny budget, okay, and we always have limitation. All right. So how many of you can relate that? So you cannot buy things like any digital things that it's huge. So I always use what is around me, what is in around me. So I remember going to shops, okay, pergi ke kedai, kedai kopi, all right, kedai kopi, kedai teh, they all have these cans, okay. So I asked whether they want to use. So can I buy for them, or they gave me for free. So I came up with plenty of cans. Okay, wrap it up. Okay. So later on you have this, you can come up with a game using this. So I wrap it up and put faces, okay, on the cans. Okay. All right. So you can come up with that. Okay, resources. Use recycle items. Right. Tip number 3. Okay, tip number 3 is, this is part of my study as well. Okay, I remember studying my student on their learning style. All right. So bagaimana mereka belajar? Okay, how do they study? Believe it or not, I am very bad in listening to lecture. Saya tidak boleh dengar kuliah. Okay, I have the tendency to sleep. Okay, sempat tidur. So when I carry out the research, okay, I found out that the Malay students, they love kinesthetic learning style. All right, so this is part of my master's, my study, which is the read perceptual learning style. Perceptual maksudnya sensory, multi-sensory. Okay, the real kita. So believe it or not, okay, understand that things that you see, visual. So you need to have pictures, colorful pictures, okay, to attract the students. Okay, auditory, okay, mendengar. Okay, Arab students, if I'm not mistaken, they are auditory learners. They can catch, people listen, talking to them. Okay, they can listen hours and hours of what you call lecture, and they retain the information. Okay, tactile is by doing, writing, drilling, doing grammar exercise. Okay, so grammar, writing. So by doing, remember, no, I am not that person. Don't force me to do grammar practices. Okay, do grammar practices, do homework. Oh, no. Okay, I am, okay, the 4th one here, kinesthetic. Okay, kinesthetic is where I get to walk, jump, roll. Okay, that is where when I experience doing things, then I remember. Okay, I will remember well. So one thing about kids, they cannot stay put. Okay, so if you ask them to sit more than 20 minutes, their blood will not flow. Okay, they're going to start. Yep. Okay, they are going to start sleeping. Okay, dozing on. So try to make them active. So my activities usually keep them on the toes. Okay, moving. All right. moving, jumping from one place to another. All right. Then you think of a group learning style or individual style. So believe it or not, okay, I noticed that students, they love grouping, okay, especially weak students, reluctant. They love group, okay, they love making friends. One thing about children, they love making friends, jumpa kawan, all right, berkata, bersembang, okay. Compared to individual learning style, there are certain people who love doing learning style. When I did the research, is usually the excellent ones, okay, those who don't want to share their work, okay, because they are too good. Okay, those love, it's nothing wrong with that. It's how they are tailored. All right. So I would say, okay, try to trigger when you come up with the activity, try to come up something that is trigger their multisensory. Okay, melihat apa yang boleh dilihat, apa yang boleh didengar, apa yang boleh boleh pegang, okay, dan apa boleh berjalan. Okay. Alright. So far so good. So tip number 4 is where you start creating your activities. Alright. So you are going to teach English, so your main content should be English. Okay. You have your content, bahan sudah ada. Okay, bahan ada. But how are you going to use that content and execute it? What is your method? Do you want to make it into, something? If you want to cook like noodles, you can make it, turn it into a soup noodle or spicy noodle or with soya sauce, okay, noodle. So your job is to find something, okay, which is clear how to execute. That's why you need to understand their ability and the venue of your classroom as well. Okay, the venue of your classroom, make sure it's safe. All right, so I have a checklist. Okay, this is my checklist here. All right, duration of your class, 30 minutes. Okay, how long is your class? 30 minutes, 1 hour, okay, hour, or 2 hours. All right, so if you have 2 hours, okay, this is how you are going to design your activity. If you have 1 hour, this is what you're going to design. If you have 30 minutes, this is what you're going to design. All right, so usually, okay, if I have 2 hours per slot, okay, 2 hours per slot, I make sure I have breaks. Ada break, ada pecahan. You slice it so that you are able to pause. Okay, pause. Don't overwhelm them with a lot of things. Jangan terlampau banyak. So I was given 2 days. Okay, the camps, 2 days. Okay, there's another camp for 1 month. So then you are able to spread your content. Spread your content. So what? Then the next question is how many? Okay, how many children or how many students you will have? So in your place, okay, how many children? What is the typical number of students in the classroom? Ada berapa ya bilangan pelajar anak-anaknya di sekolah rendah? Anybody?
Bilangan itu jumlah ya.
Jumlah.
Ada total students
Yes.
in a school, in a class maybe.
Yeah. How much is it? What is the typical number, Ibu Tiki?
Kelas besar berapa biasanya? Sekitar 45 ya. Kalau kelas besar 45.
But
Wow.
in elementary school,
Ya, kalau di elementary.
25 till 30.
Ya,
Okay.
itu kalau yang elementary. Tetapi kalau for the international student, what I know or national class, they can be like around 10 to 15.
10 and 15 is beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, but the moment you reach 20, 30, 45,
wow,
if you have, you need helper. Yes, you need helper. Do you have teacher helper in Indonesia? So teacher
Well,
help?
in my opinion, it depends on the school. Yeah, if the school can provide the teachers helper, yeah, it will be okay. But if not, sometimes like the sekolah negeri, or we call it the public school, sometimes they have to do it by themselves, the teachers, the single provider. But compared with the other like international school or national plus, they have the teacher assistant, because like the students pay more expensive for the school fee.
Okay, got it. Now, basically, you can distribute your leadership. Distribute your leadership, meaning the children sometimes you appoint as the leader. So group leader. So when you distribute the leadership, you share the not burden, the what you call responsibility, then yeah, they can help out as well in the class, right? So put it them into class, and then number of classes. Okay, how many classes do you have to handle? And then you have to make sure review. Okay, your classes in the morning or in the evening. In the morning, like they will be like very still sleepy, and then towards 10 to 11 they start, after having their breakfast, then they start jumping around. Or evening classes. Okay, so it depends on the time of your class. That too you have to analyze. All right, I notice whenever I have my students night classes, they are fully awake, but 8 o'clock class, all my students will be like this. Okay, yes madam, only one word respond. So I totally can relate. Then you ask yourself, what skills? Okay, what skills you're teaching? Listening, okay, reading, writing, or speaking. So try to put them, if you can put all 4 all together, but that is a little bit overwhelming, too much. But you can slice it, 30 minutes for listening, 30 minutes for reading, 30 minutes for writing, 30 minutes for speaking. So it's easy for the students to digest. All right. Content wise, okay, what is your content? You want to teach about fruits, buah-buahan, vegetables, numbers, body anatomy. Okay, so yeah, usually children, they start off with that, right? And then or social expressions. Okay, you want to teach them how to communicate, teaching, okay, especially buying things, etc., etc. Okay, so it's very important to identify your objective. Okay, what do you want to teach? Okay, what do you want students to learn? Objective is the most important thing. All right, so you want to see whether it you capai atau tidak capai. Okay, whether you fulfill your objective. I think usually when you have your what you call training, okay, your lecturers, your professors will look at this. Am I right, Ibu? Objective ni tercapai atau tidak. All right. And my key, okay, the highlight of my teaching is the learning experience. I want them to have, something different from classroom, typical classroom, exam. So enrich their learning experience. Okay, checklist. All right. So tip number 5 is very important to spark joy. Okay, joy means make them happy in the class. All right, so how do you make them happy? Okay, I know you have like mereka nampak sedih. Okay, they don't want to reluctant. Believe it or not, the key of joy to make them is you as the teacher. You have to be happy first. Okay, they look at you as a role model. So if you come into class looking like this, selamat pagi, good morning, then you won't be able to spark joy. All right, so yeah, I love balloons. So usually balloons spark joy among the kids. So to spark joy, you have to bring in positive emotion. Okay, whatever your problems you have, put it outside. Letak di luar. Okay, so you are taking care of the atmosphere in the classroom, in the hall, or in the camp. Okay, bring in positive. All right, I guess if you watch singers, okay, Taylor Swift, international singers, okay, Bunga Cinta Lestari, you see, you want to see the positivity of that emotion, okay, bringing positive, and you're able to share that emotion. So when you ask me, positive, madam, I mean, teacher, how? Simple. Get to know their name, learn their names, okay? Apa khabar, okay? So learn their names. They love their names. And sometimes you can come up with a nickname. So for example, a funny name to relate to them. All right. So for example, Mr. Bean or Rocky Zana, okay, Zesty Zana. Okay, those are the things. And usually one or two students that you can relate, you can call them by the name of the cartoons. All right. Positive. Okay, by looking at the smiley, for example, smiley tiki. All right. Okay, positive. Rapport. Okay, rapport. Okay, try to engage with them. That is how to keep things happy. Personalize. Okay, personalize meaning. All right, you are able to go down to them. Okay, usually try to go down to them. Don't to maintain the eye contact. Okay, and set goals. Okay, set your goals. All right, so far so good. Okay, so the keyword to make it joy is engage. All right, sharing stories. Itu adalah you have to be energized. All right. Try to involve everyone. Okay, try to involve everyone. What else? Come up with inspirational stories. Okay, kids love stories. Okay, and sometimes, okay, you tell your weakness to them, and sometimes they can share. Okay, they can share. You come up with something. Sakitnya perut. For example, I have stomach ache. Okay, maybe I ate something, then they will laugh at it. So those are the things, something that usually students can relate. All right. Don't set big goals. All right. Don't set big goals. Trying them to save the planet. No. All right. Next. Shall we move on to next? Or let's pause. Is there any question? I hope I'm not moving too fast. And next, okay. This is my favorite. Bring in your game. I love bringing games. All right. So basically, okay, content-based, task-based, okay. I love them when they start competing. Okay, start racing from one group to another. By doing that, okay, you actually encourage collaboration and you encourage interaction. All right. So movements like crawl, roll over, walk, hop, spin, twist, something they can do it, go ahead. All right. So what you saw, the first one, word treasure is, they have the words, okay, they have all the vocabulary, but they simply cannot take it. But they have to jump. They have to jump. And they have to race. Okay. Oh, that group goes first. Oh no. So they start jumping. So you make them, the blood flows in their body and they start having fun. All right. Okay. So what is the typical game in Indonesia? Are you familiar with jumping in the sack or guni? Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can go to grocery store and ask for the guni, sack, paci, bapa, hopscotch, and then water bottle, coconut bowling, right? Coconut bowling. And then you ask for some tubes, okay, using tissue paper tube or toilet tube or tissue rolls. Is that what you call? All right. So bringing the games, they have to, sometimes whenever they have performed the game, you ask them to reflect. Okay, if you're teaching numbers, okay, you can see here, teaching numbers. Then you ask them to hop. Okay, race. Okay, and on my left here is vocabularies. Can you note? Do you notice that they use vocabularies? Okay, like touch, raw, twist. Okay, so you get to choose your introduce the simple vocabulary. All right. Okay, I think it's easy to get coconut, right? In Indonesia.
Yeah.
Try not to steal it. Jangan curi di kampung-kampung. Ask permission. Alright.
Mungkin sebelum dilanjutkan, we have different term. Coba saya mau tanya ke teman-teman di sini. Tadi kan disebutkan karung goni. Kalau kita menyebutkannya apa ya biasanya? Kalau yang di sebelah kiri. So Madam Ras will understand also the term in Indonesia. How do you call it?
Karung guni. What do you call it?
Permainan apa ini? Lomba apa?
Balap karung.
Balap karung.
Balap karung.
There you go.
So you see, Madam Rafs will also learn something from us, yeah.
Balap karung.
Balap karung. Okay.
Balap karung.
And then yes, and for the hopscotch, kira-kira apa ini?
Engklek.
Engklek.
Engklek. So I guess they are exposed to this some traditional games as well, right?
Yeah. That's
Bring it to your classroom. Bring it to your classroom. All right. Well, what else here? This one, coconut kelapa. Is it the same?
Biasanya ada tidak permainan yang menggunakan seperti bowling, seperti coconut?
Pakai bola
I think no, ma'am.
Menggunakan apa?
Yang ada miss yang sandal ditumbuk-tumbuk kayak sandal.
Yeah, they use the sandals.
Yes.
Yes. But make sure during COVID here now, you make sure you sanitize everything, right? Hopefully sanitize. So after COVID, there are so many things you can do during COVID. Maybe, make sure you take care of the, their safety. All right, it's very important. All right, good. So I learned something new today. Tip number 7, always prepare reward. Okay, reward words. Okay, good job. Okay, good job. Fantastic. Okay, and bring in the gestures. Okay. Okay. Woohoo! Okay, all those famous gestures that you bring in and say it in English. All right. Candies, chocolate, tokens. All right. Now, this is the reward that we use in the group. So this is bukan rupiah, ringgit Malaysia, but it's a fake money. Okay. So I have a box of it. So if they did something good, you get 1 ringgit. So maybe you can come up with 5 rupiah, 1 rupiah. It's fake. Okay, it's fake. So by the end of your class, you will find out who is the richest student in the class. So they will be like motivated to get reward from you. This is fake money, so not the real one. It's just printed on a piece of paper. All right. Now, by the end of the class, collect your reward. Okay, collect your token so that you can reuse and reuse. All right. So I am very cheap. Okay, I give only 1 ringgit. Okay, saya bukan jutawan. Just give 1 ringgit for them. So by the end of it, every in the group, when they have a whole stack of money, they are excited. Okay, tokens. So we call it fake money. Fake money. All right, reward. Kids love rewards. And another type of reward that is mini reward is my favorite is using golden coin chocolate. Okay, golden coin chocolate. It's like a treasure coin, but it's a chocolate. I have usually a few tubs. I didn't buy this to show it to you, but the golden coin. Okay, by the end of it, they will eat chocolates. But having plenty of golden coin, they feel rich, kaya. Okay, reward. That is tip number 7, reward. Wait, talking about reward, I'm going to show you some. Sometimes you can have, let me grab you something. It's very important here. Sometimes you bring cookies, okay, especially during breakfast in the morning. You have a very cheap cookies, biscuit. Is that how you call it, you know? Biscuits. All right. So walk around with a basket. They will love it. Okay. And make sure if they want that biscuit, ask in English. Okay. Tip number 8. Okay. Storytelling. All right. I love storytelling. What is storytelling? Okay. So storytelling is the best when it comes to not only to us, okay, adults, but also to kids. Okay, they love storytelling. Using storytelling, okay, you are able to teach values. Okay, bercerita. Okay, bercerita. And then sometimes you can encourage creative thinking. Okay, improve listening, reading, speaking, writing skills. You want to introduce vocabularies. You want to introduce culture, and teach problem solving. Okay, because through storytelling, okay, children can learn how to solve problems. Okay, all right. So my personal favorite is, okay, let's look at the types of the story. Is bringing in folk tales. Malin Kundang, okay. It could be folk tales, something fantasy, imagination story, true story. You can bring. I mean, there are many types that you can select. And in YouTube, they have stories for children. Okay, so if you Google YouTube, you go to Asian folk tales. They have 3 minutes, okay, 3 minutes story. Interesting, okay. I love Siang Miang and the Snail. Later on, you Siang Miang and the Snail. It's, the snail is very cunning. You go ahead and Google and look at it, right? And then decide on the theme. Okay, what is your theme? All right. Do you want to talk about something inspiration? You want to talk about revenge? You want to talk about motivation? Okay, go ahead. Find out your theme. The skill that you want to introduce. Is it reading? Okay, reading, then you have to make sure you have the story printed or shown on the slide. If we wanted to listen, make them listen, then you can start telling them the story, right? So when you tell the stories, okay, storytelling, and let them gather, make sure you come up with, ta-da! You bring in your, yes. This is my son as well. You can have your props with you, all right? Okay, you can bring in your puppets. So again, I am like bringing all my son's toys to the classroom. So this is famous character. Okay. And you can start telling your story. Once upon a time, okay? So again, creativity. Level. Understand their level. If they are, proficiency, okay, they are beginners, start small, simple story. Okay. If as they improve, you start something slightly challenging, slightly difficult. You monitor their level. Okay. And it's very interesting to see how they improve. Okay. And the next one is the message. What message do you want them to learn? Okay. Positive, negative. All right. do you want them to learn? So to teach them, all right? And is it you want to talk about the linguistic part, all right? So semantics, okay, the vocabularies, okay, so on and so forth, all right? So when you choose story, or you want to them to come up with story, remember the familiar plot, okay, familiar plot. There's always the hook. The typical hook is once upon a time, am I right? Once upon a time, or what is it? In the far, far land. So the plot, okay, the plot will rise, okay, goes up until it goes to the climax. Okay, so these are the elements of a storytelling. All right, you have the plot like a mountain or like a hill, small hill, and the things that you need to have in a story. Hero. Oh, come on, madam. Why hero? I mean, okay, fine. You don't want hero, then you have heroine. You must have the villain. Okay, orang jahat. Okay, you have the plot. You have the conflict. What is the problem? Okay, there's a beginning and the end, right? And how the hero and the villain, or how the hero solve the problem, or usually you just love to see the villain die. Am I right? Or sometimes you can twist the story. So we came out, I remember, I asked them to write. Okay. So we decided to prepare plenty of blank papers, but we put pictures. So different groups will receive the pictures and they have to start off. So the first picture is like this. So in the group, they are going to say, once upon a time, there's a, what is this? There's a tiger, right? A tiger, okay? Where is the tiger? There you go. So there you go. So blank paper and pictures. So you can come up with pictures on your own, all right? To print pictures will be very difficult. So you can get them from newspaper. That is my next favorite thing. Newspaper have plenty. You can have picture of burger or pizza, okay? And later on they have to come up what to do with the burger and the pizza. Okay. So again, okay, you ask yourself what you're going to teach. Okay, if you want them to listen to the story, recreate the story. If you want them to speak, okay, so you ask to role play, dramatize. Okay, so for example, you have shown a story on the slide, or a story that have you read. Ask them to act. Ask them to move around. Okay, become the characters. If you want them to read, then you want them to understand the story. If you want them to write, okay, ask them to create. Okay, because students are creative as well. Sometimes they can change the character. For example, Cinderella or Snow White. So why Snow White? You change Snow White. Are they familiar with Snow White? Snow White into a male character. All right, Rapunzel. That is a famous English, story, fairy tales. Sometimes they can change ending. Okay, they can change the beginning. Be creative. Let them be creative. All right. Okay. So that is storytelling. Right. Moving on. Tip number 9. Okay, in between activities or the activity itself, turn on the music. Okay, I always have music as background so that, okay, sometimes, okay, some people use Beethoven, or you want to use Ariana Grande, or you want to use Adele, you want to use what do you call Blackpink, whatever K-pop that you need. I mean, bring into the class, okay? Sometimes as a background music for them to carry out their activities, okay? Or maybe you want to dance before you start, okay? Like the activity. Be merry, okay? Sometimes you can play, act like a DJ, request songs from them, all right? So just be careful, songs sometimes you have to listen first, make sure there's no foul language, okay, bahasa yang tidak enak didengar, okay, especially hip hop, they are very very harsh sometimes. Okay, tip number 10, all right, be creative, always make reflection. Okay, apa yang perlu dibaiki, what do we need to do, all right? Always think outside the box. All right. That's why I say study and bring in all the things. Or sometimes you can learn from other places, okay, other countries, what they have done. The countries with 4 seasons, they can bring snow, right, into the classroom. But what about you? What can you bring? Okay, there are plenty of things to do. Play with your voice. One thing about being a teacher, okay, your voice is your asset. You can go, hi, hello, okay, with your pitching, okay, hello, okay, hi, hello, hello, okay. Pitching, intonation, oh no, okay, intonation, you need to have, with children it's a must to have variety of intonation, okay, variety of emotion, okay, that's why they love cartoons. You understand the cartoon, okay, and why they are engaged to cartoon, then you have to imitate that, okay. Play with your voice, okay. Sometimes you can be sometimes you can be the wicked witch, okay, or there you go, and you are like the grandpa, okay, the grumpy grandpa. What is that? Okay, voice. Okay, I love doing that. Okay, playing with your voice. Trick number 12 is the variety of facial expression. So happy, okay, sad, angry, okay, tired, wild, stupid. So if you are introducing some emotions, okay, teaching emotion to children that is part of introducing the vocabulary as well, facial expression, something that they're familiar. Okay. So I think you yourself, we need to practice as well, which is okay. And we feel that we are smiling, but actually we look very stressful, okay, unconsciously, because they are not responding to you, okay. And trick number 13, be vibrant, don't be shy, okay, be involved. So because you are the center of the class, you are center of the events, okay, you have to be that vibrant energy, all right. Vibrant means, okay, bring in the energy. So make sure you are eating healthy, you are fit, okay. Jangan bagi perut kosong, okay. You cannot have empty stomach if you want to teach children, or else you'll be out of energy. Just like your handphone, your mobile phone, right? Without the battery, it's not going to be, it's not going to function well. So full battery or full internet, you are happy, right? Full bar of Wi-Fi, you'll be happy. Same goes to yourself and also to the children, all right? But teacher Zana, I am so shy. Okay, I'm no confident, you're very shy. You yourself shy. So how do you go about? What is the trick? You need to train yourself. How not to be shy. Okay. Not to be shy is say hello. Okay. Say hello sometimes to strangers. Okay. Right. Say hi to your friends. First friends, teachers, and then sometimes I say hi, hello, apa kabar, training yourself because you are going to teach the children. So this is to build your confidence. All right. And then sometimes you can start pep talk. Okay. Smile. Sorry, the first one was smile. I couldn't see that. Smile. Smile. Hi. Smile. 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 Okay. Don't worry, you will not crack your jaw or you will not crack your face. Smile. All of you have beautiful smile. Okay, I can see Ayu Nurul Aini. She's beautiful there with her profile picture. Okay, yes, start a pep talk, meaning you talk to yourself. I can do this. Okay, I cannot be shy. I cannot be shy. I am good. Okay, you motivate yourself. Share a story sometimes to a friend, okay, to someone you know. Offer information, okay. You know, usually people are looking where to to do laundry, where to buy certain things. You give information. That is how to build your confidence. You start small, don't go big. You know, you wake up in the morning and you want to compete for a debate competition, or that is too big. You start small. Kecil-kecil. Maintain eye contact. One thing about children is to eye contact. Look at them. Look at their eyes. Okay, they can read you sometimes whether you are sincere. Okay, try to engage. I'm looking at the camera here. Okay, ask question. Sometimes if you have nothing to offer, ask question. Di mana ya? Where is it? Where? WH question. What? Where? Why? How? When? Do those. Okay, by cracking all this. Talk to strangers. I love talking to strangers. Okay, makcik di kedai. Okay, in the grocery store. People will find me very weird, but sometimes I just turn to them and say, "Do you need help?" Okay. All right, talk to strangers. Sometimes strangers, they need a pair of ears to listen. Okay, maybe God sent you to give them something. Give compliments. Okay, it's beautiful, it's fabulous. Okay, compliments, giving compliments. People love giving compliments. You yourself love compliments from people, right? So whatever you give, you will receive, right? Compliment. Okay, cantik. Okay, excellent. Visualize yourself. Okay, always tell yourself, I can do this. Okay, and don't sabotage yourself. Identify your strength. Yeah, then you yourself as a person, what is your strength? All right. I know I don't have the supermodel body, but I try to carry myself as a motherly. Okay, a motherly. So I play with my personality. All right. So identify your gift and use it. Okay, identify your gift. So if you're a male student, okay, you can play as a role, as a superhero, okay, as someone, with a character, brotherly character. If you're a sister, you bring in that, okay, work with your strength. All of you have strengths, okay, right? So that's why I say my trick, okay, trick 14 is bring in the toys. Okay. Bring in the toys. So, are you familiar with this? Chop. Okay, figurines. They love dinosaurs as well. You can use this. All right. Dolls. Okay, my son doesn't have dolls, but I'm a big fan of, you know, Marvel cartoon. Okay. Cars. Okay, kids love cars, right? Trucks, especially boys. All these soft toys. I have this huge dice. Okay. And if you don't have all that, all that, can you see this? Captain America. You can build using this. Ta-ta-da! Ta-ta-ta-ta. All right. There you go. I've thrown some of them. They're very old. Okay. This is my like Angelina Jolie lips. Huge lips. Okay. You have your eyes here. But be careful with the, what do you call, sharp edges here. You can have emojis. Ah, kids love emojis. Okay. Am I right? So bring in the emojis into the classroom. All right. And have finger puppets. This is a frog. Okay. This is a tiger. This is a finger puppet. This is also good for storytelling, actually. This is a elephant. Well, character. Actually, I have all 5. There you go. So perhaps you introduce one character. If you're teaching animals, right, to the kids, you can bring in this. I have a rabbit here. Wait, hold on. Got a rabbit. There you go. I have all 5. Finger puppet. If you don't have the hand puppet, you have finger puppet. All right. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Finger puppet. Okay. All right. There you go. The whole thing here. Okay. Always have plan B. Okay. I always have plan B. Plan B, what do you mean by plan B here? Always have extra pens. You know, kids sometimes they cannot go to the toilet, you know, and suddenly they pee in the class. Extra shoes, slippers, kitchen towel, tissue papers. Okay. Always be careful with their safety. Don't bring in too much water or firecrackers in the class. No, dangerous. First aid kit is important. The edges of the paper, sometimes they can have paper cuts. Those are, be careful as well. Right? Okay, I guess. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Yay! Those are the tips and tricks that I've shared today. All right. So let's have a reflection, right, Ibu Tiki?
Yes, a reflection. So what did you learn from today's materials presented by Madam Raz? So hopefully you can get something new for your teaching activities in school, or even when you would like to give a activity to your private lesson. Yeah. So maybe you can think for a while what kind of reflection, what did you learn from today's material?
Maybe what are the things that you can apply in your classroom? Yes.
as she mentioned already, there are some games, right? Well, so maybe you can also put the games that is suitable for our Indonesian children, because sometimes like, oh, it's not suitable for Malaysian and Indonesian. For example, like that, the example, they have a teh tarik and what is it, last nasi lemak and so on. Maybe we can change to our Indonesian food. So try to grab another ideas, yeah, to have like some of the games. And also when I see all the games that from the YouTube that you have also mentioned, we have the gummy bear, blockbuster, camp picnic, cartoon superheroes. Maybe in Malaysia they use the Bobo Boy, Upin Ipin. What about in Indonesia? Maybe you can use the certain comic characters in Indonesia. Kira-kira kalau komik karakter apa yang biasa untuk anak-anak untuk di Indonesia? What do you think, everyone?
Adit Sopo Jarwo, man.
Oh, Adit Sopo Jarwo. Okay, very good, Vicky Adi. Anything else maybe in Indonesia? The local
Nusarara.
Sekali lagi, come again.
Nusarara, ma'am.
Nusarara. Oh, wow. You know better than me. See? What else? Maybe other example from the film? Kan kalau dari Jepang misalnya Doraemon, Crayon Shinchan, ya.
Ultraman.
Ultraman, Power Rangers.
Thundercats.
Ya. What else in Indonesia? Ada lagi?
Iko, ma'am.
Siapa?
Iko, man.
Iko?
Iko.
Iko Man. Okay.
Oh.
Iko. Ya, Iko.
Iko. Yang di RCTI itu.
Yeah. RCTI is one of the name of the station TV here. Okay. What about
Do they have comics in Indonesia?
Comics. Yeah, we do have
local comics.
Local comics. What I know, yeah, when I was a child until now, I like to read Bobo magazine. Yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, usually there is like a place when you can buy the newspaper and also magazine or for children. I can still see there. They sell also Bobo still until now. So Bobo, we can have like some of the comic and also that one is the
Agent Ali.
Yeah.
So bring in the comics in, especially old comics. You can use the pictures. Don't throw it away.
Yeah.
Good. So all these characters, they are very interesting. So you get to cut, ask them to choose their hero. Okay, you have a picture of a cockroach here. So Bobo, do you still have Bobo comics here?
I didn't read anymore because maybe they still have, I guess.
I understand. I can relate. So let's hear from the students. Let's hear from your students.
Okay, what about others? Ayo, kira-kira yang masih membaca komik tapi yang dari Indonesia, yang local one. Ya, apa ya? Anime juga bisa. Ada tidak? Coba dipikirkan. Nimatus, what do you think, Nimatus? Nimatus Soliha.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what do you think? Have you ever read some sources that's suitable for the Indonesian children? Maybe comics, maybe magazine, or even the electronic one, e-book, for example, or e-comics that you can use for the activities for teaching the young learners?
I think webtoon, ma'am.
Oh, webtoon.
Comics, yeah. Digital comics.
Digital comics. So you use the digital comic from webtoon. All right, thank you.
The kids your students are creative. They can definitely crack and come up with interesting activities.
Okay. What about Laila? Laila, what about your thesis? You analyze something related with the comics, right? What did you use, Laila?
I think I read in webtoon, but the name of webtoon is like Shijuki.
Si Juki. Si Juki. Yeah. The name of the person is Juki actually, but we call it Si Juki. Si, I mean like that person name is Juki. Something like that. And also maybe the story jumper. What can you find in story jumper, Laila? Is there any local stories from Indonesia? Have you ever seen, Laila?
I've not yet ever seen the local story in story jumper, Miss.
All right. Okay. Maybe that will be your homework then to find, yeah. So you can also use the story jumper as one of your media to teach for maybe storytelling to young learners, yeah, to your students. Anything else maybe? Or maybe Ibu Wahyu, would you like to add something, Ibu Wahyu?
Yeah, let's have all the two professors come and share.
Ibu Wahyu and then Ibu Dr. Syahriah. Ibu Wahyu first.
Yeah, I'm not a professor, Madam Ras. Yeah. Okay. What if I ask a question or 2 or 3 questions?
Sure.
Instead of adding some ideas about comics, to tell you the truth, it's been so long time for me not to read comics. But when I was a child, I really loved reading comics. Yeah. All right. Well, could you please explain how you grade the materials for English for young learners? So the examples in your video are elementary school students, Madam Ras? Elementary school students,
primary school, yes.
Primary school students. And then, do you follow genre-based approach as well? Because here in our schools in Indonesia, starting from elementary, primary up to the senior high school students, the curriculum follow genre-based approach in which materials are based on text and also language functions. Now, for young learners, what kinds of language functions do you cover? Do you teach all the young learners all the language functions such as giving opinion, then agreeing, disagreeing, all limited to which functions? Or again, how do you grade the materials? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Based on themes or based on texts or what? Yeah, thank you.
This question is for me, Ibu Wahyu.
Yeah, for you, Ibu Madam Ras in Malaysia. How are the materials for young learners graded? Are there certain curriculum for English for young learners, or does it depend on each school what materials to teach to them?
In Malaysia, okay, the ministry, the government, okay, the Ministry of Education, they decided on certain curriculum. There's a syllabus what to teach in level 1. Okay, they call it tahap 1. Tahap 1, grade 1, grade darjah 1, 2, 3, tahap 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's very exam oriented. I'm sorry to say, because it's exam oriented. What I notice is they have poem, okay, they have vocabulary, they have that parts of speech. What I saw, okay, what I saw the students when I remember giving tuition coaching from one of the boy preparing for the final exam, and they have filled in the blanks, all the reading. Yes, they have all the skills. But when I carry out the activities, the English camp, I told myself not to focus on exam. I don't want to focus on exam. I just want to have them to have the confidence. So the materials that the way I developed that particular program is, the first thing what is lacking is vocabulary. So I play with adjective first. Adjective. So the first one, you notice the word treasure. the basic. Okay,
Yeah.
I noticed. When we ask, we ask students to describe their, I mean, the first level, they are supposed to describe their mother. Am I right? Describe your father. Yes, and how are they, if they don't have that vocabulary, how are they going to describe? So that is a level. Adjective. Are you familiar with this? So I decided to come up with, right?
Adjective vocabulary.
Adjective, yes. Let me have, where do you go? Hold on. And so adjective, they are able to describe physical appearance, hobby, talent, personality, dislike, and habits. That is basic. So if they are going to describe teachers, if they cannot do that, okay, and perhaps someone who is like harassing or kidnapper, they need to know able to need, so they draw their own picture here, vocabularies. So I came up with adjective is things that you see, colors. So they memorize that. That activity is that is how I character. I don't give a bombastic. Always start with basic. Okay. Then the second one, once they have that vocabulary, they apply it. They need to apply it. They start describing their superhero. They start describing a place. So for example, they are going somewhere. How do you describe a place? If they love something, how they describe the object? And then that is basic, right? For kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When you said that you would then apply the vocabulary, do you train the students the sentences? How to describe, the sentences. So vocabulary itself will not be very meaningful when it is not put in a context. And how do you train the sentences? What kinds of drills do you use?
During the camp is where they start writing the story. That is when they start writing the story. So give pictures here. Just come up with one sentence. This is a tiger. Okay. So what do you want to tell? What is the tiger doing? Okay. So tiger is sleeping, or tiger. So, and then then we give the second picture, third picture, and then they compile. It becomes a story. That is the storytelling part. Okay. Vocab, sentences, then expand it to a paragraph. Then it gets bigger. Then of course speaking as well. You need to have them. That I decided to work on the skills, the 4 skills.
Integratively.
Yep.
Speaking, reading, and writing.
Yep.
Okay.
So in the formal school, okay, in Malaysia, they have textbook. They have word book. Okay. So I remember my son going through that. It's the homework that they give. I am like page 1 to page 10. Writing. Oh my goodness. I am like, I mean, how do you spark joy by giving drillings? Well, I mean, I have the feeling the teacher has their own creativity.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Madam Ras, for your examples, sharing. Yeah. Hopefully the students.
Yeah, thank you, Ibu Wahyu, for wonderful questions. Yes. Okay, now I give the chance to one of the students here, Unica. She private me message. I would like to ask something, Miss Tiki. So, Unica, go ahead. You may ask something to Madam Ras. Time is yours.
Thank you, Miss Didi, to me. First of all, I would like to thank you for Ma'am Zana for sharing the tips when with teaching English for young learner, but I'm still curious how to teach English for autism child, because it's such difficult to try. So do you have any approach to when we learn teaching English for autism child? Thank you.
You're welcome, Miss Unique. I would say my son is autistic. My son is autistic. I have one son. He was diagnosed in 2016. And that's why I play a lot with him. At the age, now he's going to be 12. And Alhamdulillah, he can read English. Okay. Obviously I cannot teach him, but what I love, okay, the tuition teacher did was it's integrate with animation, okay, animation and drawing, and yes, start from the bottom. And I remember, do you remember you mentioned the superhero box? They love task-based. My son is different. He's not a loner. He loves playing with friends. So I came out with the toy. I don't have the toy with me here. A superhero box where every sensory, they have balls, ice cream sticks. There are like 10 items in the box. I gave it to the teachers so that they can use it during the pandemic at homes. So came up with that box, real money. So what I remember, the way the teacher did is having the class, okay, as the cartoon characters, okay. So my son is always Captain America. So I don't have the videos here. Captain America and the picture of my son, and then later on all his classmates. So definitely sometimes they have the set induction and their animation, okay, and then their class is very short, okay, because they couldn't focus. So the video is like around 5 minutes, and then followed by activity. That is how I see the teacher, how the teacher at his school, special needs schools. So yeah, I can connect with my son, because this is his comic actually. Where is it just now? Where did I put? But he couldn't join the camp when I organized because it was overwhelming. Okay, it's too much to him because it's big. So autistic kids, they are very, you know, the one class is like 7 of them. Okay, activities is like super short. Okay, homework is like 1 page. Okay, hardly any homework. And then I remember the keyword is to repeat, is the repetition. Okay, repetition. I remember it's doing the same thing for them to remember, because you know, when it comes to the brain here, they struggle, right? So I try my best to read stories at night, okay? And yes, cartoons. In fact, he loved the YouTube channel from Indonesia, Mikael channel. Oh, that is his favorite as well, Mikael. So the teacher did treasure hunt. I remember one activity was treasure hunt during the pandemic. It was online class. Treasure hunt in the house. Basic things. Try to find the key, K-E-Y, key. Try to get the book, B-O-O. Okay, so it was in front of the camera. So he was moving around. It was interesting with the classmate going around, and then taking pictures and making videos. Okay, so simple objective. Okay, you don't see the videos more than 10 minutes. And always there's also a game, the teacher using Kahoot, if I'm not mistaken. Kahoot, interactive videos. Okay, so he will get excited looking at the friends you know, running around with him. Yes, the teacher uses plenty of cartoons. So majority boys, autistic in Malaysia, majority boys, so male characters, cartoon male characters, they are always in the classroom. All right, I hope I answer your question.
Thank you for the explanation. It was interesting.
All right,
You're
thank you,
welcome, you're welcome.
Yunita, for the wonderful question. Maybe Buria would like to ask something, or would you like to add? Ibu Nukmatu Syahria, or maybe she's still on the way, yeah? Maybe for the others, because we have only limited time before 10 o'clock, because at 10 o'clock we have to finish this program. Anything else? Maybe from evening class? From the evening class, would you like to ask something?
Well, excuse me.
Mega, ma'am.
Oh, Mega. Mega.
Where is Mega?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Mega first, ya, Ibu Wahyu, ya. I give the chance to Mega.
Okay. I'm going to ask something.
Okay, Mega, go ahead and then continue with Ibu Wahyu.
Okay, ma'am, I would like to ask about how to make the student be able to understand with right or word of the vocabulary, because with the short time we teach in school for kindergarten, for example, like that. Because I think when I teaching in kindergarten, it's a short. I have short time to make them to understand with vocabulary. So I think many of the students it's too difficult to remember a vocabulary, and then many of the students cannot remember about how to write the vocab. For example, book or sun. Sun is so different with pronunciation. Sun is S-U-N, but always the students say write down on their paper is like S-A-N. How the strategy to make them understand with the right of vocabulary in a short time. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Miss Mega. How many, okay, this is your objective. How many vocabularies do you want to introduce? Do you want to introduce 100, 50 vocabularies? So I think you have 30 minutes, maybe like 5 words or 3 words. Perhaps that is your objective. How many words do you want? So like for today, for example, today's class, I want only 3 words. So work on that 3 words. Or today, I just want to introduce 2 words. My son, okay, the teacher taught 4 words. Storm, windy, rainy. Okay, it was only 4. I was like, wow, just the 4. And then coloring. Warna, coloring, okay, drawing, okay, sometimes they can draw the words, okay. So if you want them to remember, repeat, okay, repeat the activity, or you can make sure compete. Who got it correct, okay, will get the reward.
Yeah.
Reward, okay, but do not punish those who cannot. Encourage them. One SAN, for example. Oh, one more, try to, you know. So you have to be patient by giving clues to them, okay. Sometimes you give stimulus, all right. Maybe not writing, maybe you can have pictures, you can have the animation of the spelling, animations, okay, moving. That's why remember, kids remember cartoons very well. All right. Pencil, black and white. Maybe students are not attracted. Okay, some of them, but homework, yeah, why not? Okay, so to make them is sometimes maybe you can, you know, other than word, you have pictures and you have sound. Remember, learning style, audio, okay, kinesthetic audio, and then things that they hear and associate. Okay, all right, so maybe you can use the Indonesian word as well. Okay, matahari, sun, okay, associate. Okay, relate, try to make a relate, relate with your their local word. Okay, bahasa. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
madam.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. For the last one, I would like to maybe Ibu Wahyu, one more from Reski. Is that okay, Ibu Wahyu? We can
Oh,
give
yeah,
the
sure.
chance for the
Sure.
students to ask later. Maybe I can.
The students first.
Okay.
I just would like to encourage the students to ask,
I see.
ask questions because
Thank you.
we have a very expert in TYL person,
All right.
lecturer.
Thank you, Ibu Wahyu. The last one from Reski.
I'm looking at Aristo here. I mean Aristo Sudibo. Wahyu Ramsi.
Reski Martiana Ningrum.
Hi, Ibu Nukratus.
Oh, good, yeah.
You're still muted.
Hi Aristo.
Ibu Ria masih mute itu.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hi.
Aristo or Reski? Reski. How to handle the students who have tantrum while the teacher who should cope the condition. Mungkin Reski mau tanya langsung. Ya, silakan Reski.
I want to ask to Razana how we can handle for tantrum students, sedangkan kita sebagai guru harus bisa menguasai keadaan begitu, ma'am.
How to handle? Come again? I couldn't hear you.
Murid yang tantrum, ma'am.
Oh, tantrum. Oh, tantrum. Oh, I remember my son's classroom have tantrums. Special students have tantrums. You have to understand what trigger the tantrums. My son have tantrums as well. My son cannot be hungry. You have to understand why. What trigger? Is it there's a sound, a buzzing sound, or a friend disturb? You have to find out what is the tantrum. Is it too tired? Once you understand what trigger, then you are able to, you need to identify that trigger of tantrum. So the way I handle my son with his tantrum is, especially during the the lockdown, his meltdown, is for him to vent out everything first. Don't stop him. Don't stop him. He might hit you or hit other friends. Okay. Jaga-jaga, hati-hati. So sometimes, okay, you can take him out for a while. Okay. Take out from other friends. Okay. If he's in the class, take out from, from that class, and, get him a glass of water or an ice cream. Let him calm down first. Okay. Let him vent out. Okay. Autistic children, they love steaming. Let them out first. Once they are done, okay, that is how they regulate the things in their brain. Okay. So if that kid have tantrum, meaning he or she has learning disabilities, but it's difficult. We are not supposed to tell that to their parents, but that you have your son or your daughter has a problem, but you might want to say, you have to really sugarcoat your lines. All right. So take five. Is that how you do it? Don't high, what do you call your voice? Don't raise your voice. Okay, like shut up. No, no, no. Don't play down your voice. Okay, and you have to lower your body. Okay, that's the trick. Lower your body and look at them. And are you allowed to touch kids in Indonesia? You can pet.
Yes, we are allowed.
Okay, allowed. I mean, some countries they cannot. They don't allow to pet. All right. So usually I ask, like my son, I say, sit down, have a seat first. Okay. It takes time. It takes time. Some very short, some very long. But be careful. Whatever is around them. There's no scissors, no edges of the table. Have to be careful. All right. Maybe you can talk to the mother. Sometimes it's a sign of there's a problem in the house. You know, abuse cases. I mean, you can identify that. All right, something is troubling with the boy or a girl. All right. Do you have counselor? So that's the beauty of schools. They have counselors.
Yeah.
Can send them to yeah, send them to counselors. Or sometimes you can talk to counselors as well. All right.
Does that answer your question, Rizky?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So we come to the end of this program because it's already 10 o'clock. I would like to share the certificate and I will send it to you, Madam Razanawati. So on the behalf of the director and also the head of English department, would like to give the certificate of appreciation that for your remarkable contribution to the academic development on tips and tricks on TEYL. So hopefully this is will be not the last. Maybe for the next program, Ibu Wahyu and Ibu Nukmatus Yahya can create another program for next semester to invite Madam Razanawati as well to come to your class as a guest lecturer. And also, I would like to say thank you to all the students who already joined for this program. And before we end the program, we would like to take picture together. So hopefully, if you don't mind, please turn it on your camera so we can take picture together and I will count. Maybe you can turn it on first, everyone.
So thank you very much, Ibu Tia Hatike and the organizers for having me. I did enjoy.
All right, thank you. So, Madam Raz. So we will take picture for a while, yeah, Madam Raz?
Sure, sure.
Okay, and I will count because there will be like 4 slides here.
They are so beautiful. Your students are so beautiful.
Yeah, see? So you should turn it on from the first time.
I know, look at their...
They are beautiful and handsome actually. All right, let me count, yeah? So are you ready, everyone? Okay, let me count. You may have your own style. You may have the most unique style. It's up to you, okay? 1, 2, 3. Right, the second slide. 1, 2, 3. The next slide, the third slide. 1, 2, 3. The last one.
Wow.
1, 2. Vina.
My style.
Okay, here's your camera, Vina. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you so much. And then the link of the to get the certificate, I would like to remind you again. Don't forget to follow the Instagram of and also or Facebook of International Relation Office, and I will pass to Ibu Ria. So Ibu Ria also can pass to your group and my class, and I will pass it to the WhatsApp group too for the link. And yeah, all right. Thank you so much. Hopefully you have a nice day for today, and I'll see you for the next webinar. Bye-bye,
Good
everyone.
luck. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ria and all the students. Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you,
Madam Nordina. Thank you.
I most welcome, Ibu Ria.
Yeah, see you.
Yeah, see you in the campus, yeah, for the meeting.
My goodness, they are so beautiful. I mean, look at their smile, their eyes, sparkly.
They are shy to show their beautifulness, maybe. Yeah.
I know, not only, I mean, I was nervous. I was nervous. Look at Ernie. Look at Ernie. I can see Gabriel. My goodness. These are all future teachers. Future teachers. Amazing. May Allah bless them. All right, Tiki. Ibu, are you? I mean, I cannot leave. I just simply love the cry. Can I leave? I need to pick up my son.
Yeah, sure. You may leave, and I will send you all the pictures for today's event. All
My
right.
babysitter gave me till 11 sharp.
Say our request to your son. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone. So I'm going to leave the meeting. Bye.
Bye.
Izin live ya. Ini ada yang sudah ngajar ini saudara-saudari kan sudah banyak yang mengajar toh. Halo.
Sudah, Mem.
Nah, ya praktekkan apa namanya tuh sharingnya tadi. Ya. Rata-rata mengajar di SD atau di TK? Ya. Nih, Mas-mas dan Mbak-mbak ini mengajar di TK atau SD atau SMP?
Di SD.
Oh, ayo Mas Refsi, mana ini artikelnya? Ayo, Mas Refsi, Pak Fani, Mas Refsi sudah dimarahi Pak Pak Kaprodi. Kalau nggak nyerahkan artikel, nggak boleh ikut yudisium. Ya, ya. Refsi, Fani, Fani Povina, Fani. Ya. Oke, segera temui saya ya. Hari ini saya ada di kampus untuk artikelnya. Tapi mau berangkat dulu ini dari Delta Sari ini mau berangkat ke kampus. Nanti ada rapat jam 1. Ya. Baik, bisa izin live Bu Tiki? Izin live ya.